My brother crashed 3 cars, and my parents bought him a 4th. I got 1 B+ and lost my allowance for a month. 20 years later, they finally saw the return on their investment. My brother Keith was the golden child from the day he was born. He was the firstborn son, and my parents treated him like royalty. He got the biggest bedroom. He got the best Christmas presents. He got praise for things I would have been punished for. When Keith brought home a C- in math, my father said some people just were not numbers people, and that was okay. When I brought home a B+ in English, my mother said I was getting lazy and clearly not trying hard enough. She took away my allowance for a month to teach me a lesson about potential. The double standard was constant and obvious, but my parents never saw it. They thought they were being fair. They thought they treated us equally. They thought any complaints I had were just jealousy of my older brother. Keith got his first car when he turned 16. It was a brand new sports car that my father picked out himself. He said Keith needed something reliable for driving to school and his part-time job. Keith did not have a part-time job. He spent most of his time playing video games and hanging out with friends who were just as unmotivated as he was. Keith crashed that car 6 months later. He was speeding on a wet road and lost control and wrapped it around a telephone pole. He walked away without a scratch, but the car was destroyed. My parents were just grateful he was alive. They did not punish him. They did not take away privileges. They bought him another car within 2 weeks. The second car was also new. My father said Keith learned his lesson and deserved a fresh start. Keith crashed the second car 8 months later. This time he rear-ended someone at a stoplight because he was looking at his phone. The damage was not as severe, but the car needed extensive repairs. My parents paid for everything and told Keith to be more careful. They still did not punish him. They still did not set consequences. The third car was technically used, but only 2 years old. My father said Keith needed something safer with better airbags. Keith crashed it within a year by running a red light and getting hit by a delivery truck. Again, he was not seriously injured. Again, my parents thanked God and bought him another vehicle. The fourth car arrived on his 20th birthday. By this point, Keith had caused over $60,000 in automotive damage and increased my parents' insurance rates so much they had to switch companies twice. Nobody ever mentioned these numbers out loud. Nobody ever suggested that maybe Keith should not be driving. Nobody ever considered that rewarding his recklessness might be creating a pattern. Meanwhile, I was 17 and did not have a car at all. I asked my parents if I could have something small and use to drive to my actual job at the grocery store. My mother said cars were expensive and I should save up if I wanted one. She said nobody handed her anything when she was young. She said I needed to learn the value of hard work. I was already working 20 hours a week while maintaining straight A grades. Keith had never held a job for more than 2 months and dropped out of college after 1 semester. But I was the one who needed to learn about hard work. I saved enough money to buy a 15-year-old sedan when I turned 18.
To listen to the full story, click the related video.